Despite having the impressive pedigree of being developed by Midway, Trog seems to be largely forgotten in the annals of gaming history. Quite possibly as is essentially a 4-player Pac-Man knockoff with some nice claymation sprites, which in all honesty by 1990 was considered old hats that no one gave a toss about. However, Trog was never meant to be a Namco mascot wannabe whatsoever. The original premise was quite a novel one. You guide your chosen Lisa Simpson resembling extinct reptile around the screen to collect eggs, while avoiding obstacles and cycloptic cavemen. Though, rather than control the dinosaur directly, you place bones in their path to redirect them, and being a 4-player game, could be quite fun screwing over the other players by placing bones in their paths too. It sounds more like something along the lines of Choo Choo Rockets or Lemmings, but this was long before either of those two titles ever existed. Sadly, Midway just couldn't get the concept to click. Playtesters either couldn't get their head around the notion, or just found the whole thing boring. The Big M knew they were developing a potential stinker, but they had ploughed way too much money into the game to cancel it. So, as a last-ditch effort, rejig the game where you directly control the dinosaurs now, ultimately turning it into a more generic clone of everyone's favourite labyrinthine pellet gobbler. In fact, side by side, you'd be hard-pressed to see any differences without playing the thing, with its only notable disparity being you control a hand which constantly asks you to bash the bone button on screen. Legend has it that one of the location test machines also had a kid carve an R at the end of all the bone button labels on the joysticks, which was another reason the game was changed, apparently. The development team must have liked the original concept still, as they kept it hidden on the motherboard right up until the 5th revision of the game, where Midway decided they didn't like the idea of arcade owners getting a free game. And obviously, the home ports never featured it either. Though the NES version's developer, Visual Concepts, liked the idea of claymation characters so much, they'd go on to create the infamous Clay Fighter 3 years later. But it's still fascinating to be able to play a game that was originally meant to be something completely different.